Fishing or anything, and he said, well, no, he said, not a lot, but usually when he wants to go fishing, he gets a hold of Father Fred. And I think his exact words is, Father Fred usually puts me on the fish. So anyway, and I'm not sure, I don't remember seeing it, but apparently he's got a mount in his office, or probably not in the office anymore, but Father Fred was telling me about that when they caught that fish. He said, the poor guy, I thought he was going to hyperventilate when he got him in the boat. It was so big and he got so excited he didn't know what to do. So I think that's kind of fair warning if in his retirement now, if any of you decide to take him fishing, you better take, what is that, you take a bag along when you hike? Yeah, brown bag, right? Oh, okay. Make sure you have one of those in the tackle box. No, so other than that, I don't know, Kathy, were you going to say anything from CCW? And Larry, I think he had about a 10-minute speech. And oh, gosh. Wes, I know he's got a lot of stories. So come on up, Kathy.
Well, I don't really have any stories. I just want to say thank you to Father Pat for all the support of CCW that he's given us, and for all the leadership and guidance that he's given us these past years, and we will miss you. Thank you.
Who's ready next? Larry? Wes? Where'd Larry go? I think he took off and he's hiding someplace. Wes, how about you?
Well, I like to use other people's words. That's a lot better than using my own. Father Pat on Friday morning was telling us there were 7 people at church. That was the perfect number according to the Old Testament. And the 7 people that happened to be at Mass were the 7 that represented a very good cross-section of the church, of the parish. And obviously here today with this larger group, we've still got a perfect representation of the entire parish. So these are the kinds of times that I've been able to share with Father Pat some of these little things. But talking about an embarrassing moment, I'm going to go for it, you know. I was telling Father Pat that all of his pictures from his parties on that big 14th of June are on the internet for everybody to see. And he thought about it for a minute. He says, you mean my bare butt is up there too? So don't everybody rush home and look. But I've had, the first time I think I really met Father Pat was when he came to the hospital and visited me in September of 2000 when I had my heart attack. And we've had a good relationship ever since then in the Knights of Columbus and in the parish and the maintenance committee and everything else. And not only that, he may not be the best student in the world, but he is learning how to use a computer. And now that he's got more time, maybe he'll make it. So, Father Pat, we're going to miss you. We hope that you don't forget us. And the road from Minneapolis goes both ways now. So, hope to see you back. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say a few words on behalf of the Knights of Columbus. I too am retiring. I've got 2 days left, and then I pass the torch on to Tim Benoit, that's going to take over as the Grand Knight. So I'm real short too. Yeah. I just want to say, Father, thanks so much for all your guidance and leadership for the Knights of Columbus. It's been great having you there as our chaplain, and for your words of wisdom. Thank you so much.
Sue?
We don't want to say.
Yeah, that's what I understand. That's what she was telling me before. But again, I also, I think, want to just reiterate, Father, it's where's Mark? it's been great, and we really appreciate everything. Thank you.
Well, I'm not real good at this either, but this weekend you guys have been representing a lot of people that I've been aware of throughout the years, and good friends of mine, good people, and done a lot of good things together, a lot of fun, and but I was, at each of the masses, I was kind of putting a lot of different faces alongside of you, so it's and this is the last time that I'll celebrate with people I know. I mean, I know a lot of people everywhere, but especially in the diocese. But I mean, I know most of the people that were in the church, you know, celebrating Mass, and that's a real blessing. I mean, it's one thing to be up in front of 1,000 people, but if you only know 2, you know, and here, I mean, we've had this privilege of being presiding and being part of it, and not just a hired gun, just, I mean, part of it. Every person that comes, there's something personal about it. So, you're the faces that I remember, and the faces that I have seen most recently, and the ones that I carry in my heart, just like everybody else.
This blessing. There's the traditional part, and then there will be a part where we can just raise our hands and blessing over Father. But in the traditional blessing, Father, it says, "May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall softly upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand." And that's our blessing for you, Father. And I'd ask everybody to raise their hands. And if you know the traditional blessing song, may the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. May the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the